design the meals and prepare the food.
Okay, so for lunch, in a childcare center, they could be in different ways. I've worked in childcare centers where they had a kitchen, and they were in the food program, and in the food program, they were able to create menus, and they have a kitchen staff who will work, who was, or they had kitchen staff who was making the food that they were eating, or that they were serving the children at daycare, right?
Hi family, I'm Dr. Brenda Woburiasti. I'm a licensed daycare provider, a published author of 3 children's books, an advocate, a consultant, a veteran's wife, and a mother. If you need help setting up your daycare service or just looking for great ideas to incorporate a play-based learning approach as well as learn about research-based solutions to issues impacting education, this is the channel for you. Subscribe, share, like. Thank you.
To separate play equipment to indoor and outdoor equipment. And also, he's going to talk about students visiting local parks. I see that here. Here, we do that too. And I'm going to, let me keep playing.
Speaking of equipment, students will often visit local parks. Here's kind of what the parks look like. And here's what a typical group of students will look like when traveling outside their school.
Okay, so let me elaborate more on that. There are permission slips that parents have to sign to give consent for the children to go out of daycare. There's the general one, which is just like a neighborhood thing. You're around neighborhood. Maybe there's a school down the street. You're walking there. That's different. And then there's the special permission slip. I'm talking about in Virginia. There's a special permission slip that is for a more elaborate trip, for instance, like this, where the children are going way further from the school. Looks like they're going to have to cross the street. Sometimes we could be in a car. It could be like a summer program where they are going on trips to different places. They could go to the park, and the parents have to give consent in the special permission slip. But this is absolutely beautiful. I like how they have those hats on, and when motorists or bicyclists, when they see these hats from a distance, they already know there are children ahead. Let's be careful. I really like that.
Colored hats make it easy to identify.
Okay, and some childcare centers have specific T-shirts with information on them, or they just have like a tag that they can stick on the child or put like a bracelet on. So they'll have the information of the daycare. They will have they do not usually have the name of the child just because of safety reasons, but they will have the name of daycare. They will have number that you can call, the number of the childcare center, probably the address as well of the childcare center.
By the kids. Music.
So music is an absolutely important, like you cannot do without music in a childcare center. Usually it's part of the everyday learning activity. They are learning to sing, they are learning rhymes and rhythm. Also, some childcare centers have special music programs. During COVID, they had like virtual music programs where children could watch somebody on the TV, dance and show them dance moves and sing and all that kind of stuff, or teach them to play instruments. But also, they can have a special musical group come in and, work with the children on singing, dancing, and all kinds of musical arrangements. They can teach them, they may even be teaching how to work with instruments. So music is very, very important in childcare centers. Children love music and they will learn with music. So that's why we use it.
All teachers know how to play, and songs are used not only for preparing kids for the day and new activities, but also as a part of dancing, games, and music education.
That's so cute. That is so cute. And yes, that's what we do. We use music too for education, for maybe they're preparing for a concert, maybe Christmas concert, or for organized activities, just all kinds of stuff. Music is music can never be replaced, for anything else. It's absolutely important. We need it in a childcare center.
Children are also taught to play musical instruments themselves. The standard equipment that all kids learn is the melodica, also known as pianica.
That's awesome with the pianica. I love that. Children are learning instruments here too. It just depends on the childcare center. They could be learning piano. They could be learning to play an organ or a guitar, or they could just be playing with those electronic materials that electronic musical toys that have that they could be pianos. They could be all kinds of musical instruments and that the children are just playing on. It's not like they're specifically learning; they're just playing on them. So it could be any of these possibilities with music at childcare centers.
Each kid owns and takes care of their own instrument.
And I understand why, because you have to blow in, you have to blow into the pianica, right? Yeah. There are hardly any equipment here at daycare centers I've worked in that the children have to blow into. But if there are, everybody will have their own. And I haven't really seen it. I haven't really seen it. Oh, look at that. That is so cute. The way they bow down and say thank you, we're done. That's so cute. And it does look like they are preparing for some kind of concert. Maybe at the end of the school year, they can perform for their parents and families, and it looks like it.
The school also owns a selection of instruments that the kids get a chance to play. The kids will practice and then show off their skills at a pageant to be held for their families. Kyushoku. School
That was fun. Now I'm anxious to see the school lunches. Yay!
lunch. Facilities of this size, whether they're private or public, will have a nutritionist design the meals and prepare the food.
Okay, so for lunch, in a childcare center, they could be in different ways. I've worked in childcare centers where they had a kitchen, and they were in the food program, and in the food program, they were able to create menus, and they have a kitchen staff who will work who was or they had kitchen staff who was making the food that they were eating, or that they were serving the children at daycare, right? At some other daycare centers that I've worked in, they had the parents bringing their food from home, bringing lunches from home. They could serve snacks, because snacks are not like hot meals, but they had the parents bringing food from home. And at another daycare that I had worked in, they had like a food service that is like designed just to serve daycare centers or childcare centers. And they will bring in the food already cooked. They will bring in the snacks. They'll bring in everything. And that service was in accordance to the USDA food program. USDA is the United States Department of Agriculture. And they have a food program, which is the Child and Adult Care Food Program. And in that program, they recommend that you serve only healthy meals for the children and drinks, meals and drinks. And they will reimburse you for these meals as long as they are according to what they are recommending, right? So it depends on what childcare center it is. These are the three different ways that they deal with their lunches for the children, and not just lunch. Some schools will serve a breakfast too. So they'll serve a breakfast, they'll serve a lunch, they'll serve snack, they'll serve, actually, let me tell you, some schools will serve a breakfast, they'll serve an AM snack, they'll serve lunch, they'll serve a PM snack as well. So that it depends on what they decide to do.
All the food is made fresh and in-house. As the kids are busy playing and learning, the cooks prepare the food throughout the morning. Busy playing and learning, the cooks prepare the food throughout the morning.
Food looks good.
When the food is ready, trolleys are packed and sent off to classrooms.
So we have similar trolleys too. Absolutely. We have usually when the food is ready, they start serving maybe by 10:30. They start from the younger classroom and then they go towards the older classroom. So maybe by 12:30, food is all done. Everybody's still well, maybe everybody is served, and then they start getting ready for the next aspect of the day.
For the younger children, teachers will...
Oh, I noticed what the kids were doing. They were washing their hands. So before every meal, it's recommended that children wash their hands, even here. So that's something similar too, because they've been touching all kinds of stuff. Their hands are dirty. It's time to eat. So they have to wash their hands. And also, many childcare centers will practice they'll practice family style eating, where everybody's eating at the table, the same food at the same time.
Will act as servers, dishing out the food and carrying it to them.
And mostly we are advised to, even after washing our hands, to use gloves. I don't see them using gloves. Food looks good.
When the food is ready, trolleys are packed and sent off to classrooms.
So we have similar trolleys too. Absolutely. We have usually when the food is ready, they start serving maybe by 10:30. They start from the younger classroom and then they go towards the older classroom. So maybe by 12:30, food is all done. Everybody's still well, maybe everybody is served, and then they start getting ready for the next aspect of the day.
For the younger children, teachers will...
Oh, I noticed what the kids were doing. They were washing their hands. So before every meal, it's recommended that children wash their hands, even here. So that's something similar too, because they've been touching all kinds of stuff. Their hands are dirty. It's time to eat, so they have to wash their hands. And also, many childcare centers will practice. They'll practice family style eating, where everybody's eating at the table, the same food at the same time.
Will act as servers, dishing out the food and carrying it to them.
And mostly we are advised to, even after washing our hands, to use gloves. I don't see them using gloves.
As the kids get older, they will take on more responsibility for getting their food.
Yeah, same here too. So we do encourage that as the children can, move things around, they can scoop their own food. I mean, just like how when they came in the morning, we talked about giving them more responsibilities as they grow older. Same thing with lunchtime or meal time. As they get older, as they grow older, they do more with their hands. You see how they're pouring their own drinks. I like that.
And when they get to elementary school, kids will be the ones responsible for dishing out the food as well. But at this age, the teachers will still do that for them. There's a sort of ritual around eating food. They'll do some singing or have a little speech.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like in religious schools, maybe like in Christian schools, they do say prayer before they eat, and after they eat, they say thank you, Lord, for the food and that kind of stuff. For secular, regular childcare centers where religion is not part of the day, they probably just have a secular thing to say, and some schools choose not to even say anything at all. They just let the children eat when they are served. You see that lady again? She's documenting. She's taking pictures, and she's gonna need them. She's gonna use them for all kinds of stuff. She could put it on their website. They can put it on their social media. They can send to parents. Parents need to know. And I did do a video on this channel about when the parents will say, "My child is not eating at daycare," because it's a genuine fear of parents that children are not eating enough at daycare. And it's understandable because when the child gets home, you say, "What did you eat at daycare?" They'll say nothing, you know? So that's why this is important, documenting in pictures. Also, menus are important, but menus are not enough. You have to document just to show, make the parent feel calm and comfortable and know about what the children are eating at daycare. And I've seen many times where the parents will say, "My child is not even eating anything. They don't like vegetables. They don't like rice. They don't like fruit." And I'm like, "But they eat it here." And I take a picture of before and after, and the parent is like, "Wow." So, and there are many reasons for that. Sometimes the group effect, the peer group effect, it can be because when you see your friends eating, you will eat too. It's a motivation for you to eat. So let's keep watching.
The older kids have to wait until everyone has food before they can eat. There are exceptions, of course. For those with allergies or special diets, they have custom trays made up for them.
So it's same for here too. Allergies, oh my goodness, very, very important that you find out who's allergic to what and have a list of it so that you can prevent any bad things from happening. That's why many childcare centers are peanut free. So they do not serve peanuts and they do not encourage parents to bring in anything peanut based, just to avoid major peanut allergy incidents. Incidents. And also, some children are so allergic, and it's probably not just peanuts, and you can separate them to eat on their own when others are eating, so they don't get in contact with other people's food. So that's a very important thing. Another thing I want to say about their lunch times, I see how they're using these plates. These plates and cups are reusable. They are not disposable. So for here, most childcare centers, and actually all the ones I've worked in, we use paper plates, disposable plates. So when the children are done eating, you just put them in the trash or recycling. So it depends because it makes our life easier. We're not washing the dishes, you're not spending extra time doing dishes. It's already done. You don't need to do dishes when you're using disposable or paper plates. So that's a unique, I guess this is more planet friendly because they are using them over and over again and they are not throwing them away.
When kids make a mess, they have to clean it up by themselves. Although they can.
I just realized I said planet. I was talking about earth friendly. This is more earth friendly, reusing, repurposing, all of that grace of preservation. Yeah, this is more in tune with that.
And get a helpful hand from the teacher.
So yes, when they are done eating and they are messes, they do start to clean up. Depending on the age, that they may not do a very good job. So we help them as well and that's a learning process as they're getting older and they're learning all kinds of skills.
Today's dessert was an apple slice, and there were a couple left over, so the kids lined up to play a game of Jungkenpoi to get the remaining slices.
An apple slice is a healthy dessert, and I like how the teacher's playing. And yes, we do encourage children to ask for more. So if they are not done, they're done eating and they want more and there's more left, they can ask for more. And also, I want to say something about the meal times and teachers. Some childcare centers will also let teachers eat while the children are eating. Excuse me. But some won't. They'll only serve the children. And then the teachers are allowed to just sit and watch them. So that happens in different ways.
Wow, this teacher's game is strong. Once the food is finished, the older kids will clear their tables and put away their dishes in an orderly manner.
And they said thank you again after the meal. Oh wow. And yes, like I said, as they get older, they get to do more. So when they are done eating, they can clean up, put their plates in the trash can, and and help clean up the classroom or the table. It depends. In my daycare, I give the children a napkin to wipe the table and also give them a broom or a little brush for the floors with a dustpan.
Nap time. These are what the sleeping cots look like in this school.
So, usually after lunchtime is definitely nap time, but in between, the children now they'll go in the bathrooms, use the bathrooms, and then start getting ready for nap. Now, I love how they have their setup. It's almost how we have ours set up as well. We use cots just like these, cots or mats. Some childcare centers we use mats. Some are using cots like these. They are plastic cots exactly like this. They are very similar, and um, they are very durable too. Very durable, and they are blankets and sheets. Sometimes the school provides everything. They provide the blanket and sheets, but most of the time the parents provide them, and um the parents bring them on Monday and take them home on Friday so that they can get washed and they come back on Monday. And for the children to have clean sheets. And if anything happens between Monday and Friday and the sheets are soiled, they put them in a bag for the parents to take home and return. Now, for my daycare service, I provide the sheets and blankets, and I also wash them. So that eliminates the thing that happens when parents say, "Oh, I forgot to wash it, and I didn't bring the sheets." But for childcare centers, they do have extra sheets just in case parents don't bring their sheets. They have extra sheets to for the children to sleep in.
Kids are responsible for bringing home and cleaning their own sheets at the end of the week. The same goes for other supplies like their handkerchiefs and shoes. Going home. While I didn't capture what it's like when the children go back home, it's quite the same as arriving, but in reverse.
Okay, I forgot to talk about the nap time situation. So the spaces between cots should be about 12 inches apart so that they are not too close. And they are not too close to each other and breathing into each other's faces. You understand what I mean? So there should be a nice amount of space between the different cots or cribs at childcare centers. And now, when the children wake up after nap time, they use the bathrooms again, and then they sit down at the table and get a snack. They get a snack. They get a PM snack, and then parents start picking up.
Sounds quite obvious now that I say it. The school doesn't have janitors, so the teachers will be responsible for cleaning the bathrooms.
It's the same here too. Many childcare centers do not have janitors. The teachers are responsible for cleaning everything.
Floors, windows, and well, everything that the kids don't put away or clean themselves.
Yeah.
Special thanks to Azalea Nursery School, the parents, and the children for letting me film. I had so much fun with the kids.
This was so amazing. I love this. I think that I'm gonna do this again. Like if I find a video, I can analyze and compare and contrast. This is so amazing. I love, love, love doing this. I love watching this video. I love doing the comparison. So amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm gonna leave a link to this channel in the pinned comment below so you can go and watch the full video without any commentary if you choose to do that. All right. Thank you all, guys. Thank you all. Bye.
If you'd like to see more videos like this, I won't say no if you want to help fund them on Patreon. I've set up some perks for those that can donate. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye. What are childcare centers like where you're from?
はい、じゃあ早くしますよ。お手手